I cannot tell you how many times my children cry, "That's not fair," to something that in reality is quite fair. As a parent, I get to witness the anxiety of human justice emerging. In our parable today, Jesus presents a moment of that deep human anxiety. Why the heck are the people who worked less getting paid the same as those who worked more? Can we blame them for their grumbling? This story Jesus is telling makes no sense in human terms. But the parable is not about fair wages. Rather, it speaks to the paradoxical generosity of a God who does not show partiality, who does not measure your worth based on your work or merit. What a hard spiritual pill to swallow. In my children, there's this natural rush to be first, to get downstairs in the morning before their sibling, to have exactly the same amount of ice cream, to be the first to share news with their mother. There seems to be a sense of competition in everything. It sure does start young, but it doesn't fully go away for grown-ups. The world is not ready for Jesus' message of divine justice. The world, if you take a sober look at it, is stuck as a meritocracy. We polish our resumes, embellish our backgrounds, focus on SAT scores and GPA or how many hours we volunteered. And a new generation cares about being an influencer. My daughter has even said once that she wants to be famous. No thanks. We fight so hard to be first. We work long hours to the detriment of our well-being so we can get a promotion or look like a harder worker. Again, no wonder the longer workers in the parable complained that the others who worked less were made equal to them. If this parable isn't a mirror to our own concern with fairness and competition, I don't know what it is. But look at what the landowner did. He went out 5 times during the day, actively looking for people to hire. God is persistent in inviting people to partake in the kingdom. And the landowner is fine getting the second pickings later in the day, the folks no one else hired. Wow. Doesn't that speak to a God that we know or that we hope to be? It seems God sees something special in the so-called latecomers, the left behind, the overlooked. The Gospel of Matthew is written for a Jewish audience who may have been grumbling about the latecomers, the Gentiles who were being admitted to the Messianic community they felt they had a claim over. Now, in God's world, hierarchies are upended and flipped. The last shall be first. The latecomers are treated with the same welcome as the ones who were in line before the doors opened. In Jesus' story, the landowner pays the workers in reverse order, paying the latecomers first. God's logic is not our logic. God's justice is based on a generous love, not on a balancing of scales. Pope Francis uses some amazing words to describe God's love and generosity: free, wide, broad, boundless. Sit with that. What would it look like if you and I flipped our scripts? If we stopped trying to earn a place in society? If we stopped trying to earn a place in God's kingdom? What if we stopped trying to compete with one another? What if we started befriending the overlooked, the unliked? What if we gave people second and third chances? What if we started truly living this paradox of faith that we're called to?